Hi friends, welcome to my channel. As we are discussing about the probability theory and stochastic process, this is the lecture 3. Here we are going to be getting into the different terms that we are expecting in the probability theory. Let's move into the discussion. The first one is the experiment. It is nothing but doing an act or performing an operation is named an experiment. For example, writing an exam is an experiment. Counting the number of beans is also an experiment. The well-known experiment is the tossing a coin, the throwing dice, measuring temperature in the atmosphere. Another term is sample space. As we are performing an experiment, all the outcomes of an experiment are named as sample space. Let's go in detail. Over here, I have performed an experiment by tossing coins. Then the sample space is tail and head. On tossing a dice, I am going to be expecting the sample space having the values of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you toss 2 fair coins, then the sample space is to be represented as S is equal to tail tail, tail head, head tail and head head. Sample space is get classified into 3 categories: discrete sample space, continuous sample space and mixed sample space. The first one is discrete sample space. On performing an experiment, a sample space with a finite number of values are not having any range representation, and that is to be named as the discrete sample space. The simple examples are tossing a coin, and we are going to be expect tail and head. They are discrete in nature. Throwing 2 dice, the S we are going to be having here is also a discrete in nature. Tossing 2 coins or throwing a dice, these are all comes under the discrete sample space. Now another one is the continuous sample space. The continuous sample space is having the range of values, then they are to be named as the continuous sample space. For example, S is in the range of 0 less than or equal to S less than or equal to 12. Now we go for the mixed sample space. Nothing but the combination of both the discrete sample space as well as the continuous sample space is to be named as the mixed sample space. And this is an example for the mixed sample space. Over here, if you observe 1, 2, 3, 4 are representing under the discrete sample space, and remaining 4 to 12 is to be named as the continuous sample space. Now we go for an example here. In an laboratory, measuring the amount of bacteria development is what type of sample space? So this is a continuous sample space. Now we go for another term is the event. As we have already discussed, the sample space is nothing but the outcome, all the outcomes, whereas the event is nothing but the outcome of the experiment at the particular instant of time. Event is an element of sample space. So let's consider A is an event, then the event is the subset of the corresponding sample spaces. If you toss a coin, what will be an event? So here the event may be any one that is going to be get expected at the particular time. It may be head or maybe tail. Give one more example of your own. Simply, if you are throwing a dice, then only one outcome is going to get appear at the particular time, and that is nothing but either 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any one of the corresponding outcome. So that is to be named as the event. Similarly, if you write an exam, we are going to expect either the fail or pass. Only one outcome is going to be get expected over there. It to be named as an event. Next one, the basic experiments and the corresponding sample spaces here. So these are the sample spaces we are going to be expecting, and one of the most important that we are going to be having in our upcoming discussions. Okay, and then the types of events. So events are mainly classified into the different categories, as the first one is the exhaustive event or sure event. mutually exclusive event, equally likely event, independent events, and non-mutually exclusive event. We go one by one over here. The first one is exhaustive event or sure events. Exhaustive event or sure event. A set of event is said to be exhaustive if it includes all the possible events. Nothing but if you perform an experiment, the corresponding event is going to be having all the corresponding values of the sample space, and that is to be named as the exhaustive event or sure event. Later, in tossing a coin, the outcome can be either head or tail. Is no other possible outcome. So the set of event is nothing but a head or the tail is an exhaustive event. Means if your event is going to be having the both the outcomes, the head and the tail, and that is to be named as the exhaustive event over here. Similarly, throwing a die, then we are going to be having if the event is going to be having all the components of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that is also be named as the exhaustive event. Now we go for the mutual exclusive event. Let's consider we are having two events A and B are said to be mutually exclusive if they can not occur together. So it means the both the events are not going to be happen at the same time. And those are to be named as the mutually exclusive event. It means under the corresponding mutually exclusive, the probability of A union B of mutually exclusive event is nothing but probability of A plus probability of B, and this particular property we are going to discussing in the upcoming derivations over there. Now we go for an example over here, pass and fail. So both the events are not going to be happen at the same time, so they are going to be mutually exclusive event. Similarly, head and tails are going to be the mutually exclusive events. Now equally likely events, if one of the event cannot be expected to happen in preference to another, then each such events are to be equally likely event. Simply, you can say that if you are performing an experiment, the corresponding events are having the equal chance of occurrence, and they are to be named as the equally likely event. You can simply say that if the corresponding outcomes are going to be having the equal likely occurrence, equal chance of occurrence, then they are to be named as the equally likely events. Now we go for an example. If you're throwing a if you're tossing a coin, then we are going to be expecting the head and the tail. The probability of head is 1 by 2. Similarly, probability of head is a tail also 1 by 2. Then they are to be named as the equally likely events. And the next one is the independent event. The two events are said to be independent if the happening or the occurrence of one does not affect the occurrence of the another. If this is fail, then they are to be said to be dependent. So this is to be named as the corresponding this property. Probability of A and B, nothing but the probability of A intersection B is going to be probability of A into probability of B. This we are going to discuss in the upcoming discussion. One of the most important property we are going to be having. For more videos regarding the probability theory and the stochastic process, subscribe by my channel and click on the bell icon to get the latest notifications regarding this particular subject.